Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. Sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today, we are talking Love Island games, you guys, on Peacock. It is giving everything and more, you guys. I know some of you were a little skeptical, a little bit nervous, because the show was going to be pre-taped. Some of you didn't know what to expect with some of the cast members, although I knew that the US cast first and foremost was going to kill it no matter what, but they have a hit on their hands, you guys. They have a hit on their hands, and the All-Stars, the Love Island All-Stars that is going to be premiering early next year, early 2024, you've got a lot of shoes to fill, you guys. A huge amount of shoes to fill. So what happened? So we had a 90-minute episode last night, a 90-minute premiere. And the intros were a little long, but I didn't mind it because it was good seeing some of the different islanders from Australia and from the UK and from France and from Sweden and all of the things, right? To kind of, wrap your head around some of the people you haven't seen in a while. For those of you who have watched all of the franchises and all of the spin-offs in the international locations, you guys. Of course, they had the hometown, the USA crew, coming hot first. Justine and Celine. They were the most energetic. They were giving the most vibes. The US cast was making sure we were going to be thoroughly entertained every single minute and second and hour of this show, you guys. There was not any awkward silence or awkward conversations or awkward moments. That's one thing I love about us is like we always try to keep things going and keep things lively. Enjoyed that. Ray came in, basically said he had a crush on Amani. Then Amani comes in and Ray's like blushing. It was really cute. And then, of course, the UK crew, they come in on a boat, you guys. They come in on a boat because, as you guys know, since it is set in Fiji where Love Island USA Season 4 and Season 5 was filmed, they came in on a boat. And we had Curtis, we had Jack, we had Toby, we had Liberty, and it was lit, you guys. It was lit. It was a lot of fun. Toby knew everybody's names instantly. He must be a Love Island nerd, you guys, because a lot of people were struggling trying to remember everyone's names, and Toby did not. Toby knew everything that was taking place, right? So then from there we get introduced to Steph, and also oh man, why am I drawing a blank on her name? I'll just call her Miss Sweden for now. I want to say it's Lisa. I'm 99.9% sure her name is Lisa, from Sweden, and they also came into the villa as well. Also, we got our Australian crew. So we had Colin from Love Island Australia Season 4. And I knew he was going to kill it. I knew he was going to kill it. I knew he was going to bring it because he brought the vibe Season 4. And also Jess from Love Island Australia, you guys. And so we're all thinking, okay, what is this show about? What is this all going to entail? And it was just lighthearted, you guys. It was lighthearted. It was good vibes. There was no drama. There was nothing malicious, right? You know how they'll try to facilitate these things on the real shows. And I was loving all of it, right? So then Maya Jama, we get into, the guys and the girls kind of separate. They kind of talk about who they got their eyes on and all of the things, right? Then we have a challenge, and the challenge was interesting because it was, like a basic obstacle course to an extent. However, there were some challenges as far as the Party City wigs that these ladies had to wear that I thought were atrocious. Also, there was a moment in the obstacle course where the women had to dive down and pick up these hearts in these tanks. that had like seaweed, had other people's wigs in it, had all kinds of stuff, and you're trying to look for these little itty bitty hearts, you guys. But basically, the first people to obtain all 3 hearts, and then by the end, because I think the first step you had to like bounce and blow out these balloons, like with your body, basically to bust them. And once the girl gets through the obstacle course, well, everybody except for Sally, because she ran into the wall and the wall won, you guys. Completely hilarious. And basically at the end of the obstacle course, whoever you choose to be assigned to in your pair, so to speak, you have to basically quote unquote rescue them, right? So you have to like strip down to your bikini and like swim and like grab another heart and all these things, and then you go meet your couple, the person you're coupled up with for this challenge, and then they give you a big passionate kiss, because it wouldn't be Love Island without a challenge kiss that is happening, and so on and so forth. Justine, of course, was first. I loved her intro. She had the best intro out of everyone, and I'm not saying that just because I'm biased or because I like Justine, but it was on point. And you could just tell everybody that has glowed up from their own seasons and everything else. So it was very nice to see. I like the vibes between Justine and Curtis. That was who was coupled up. Jess and Colum, who did not, they're kind of like friend zoned, so they were, paired together. Sally was really hoping to be paired with Toby for this challenge, and that did not happen. It didn't happen at all. She ended up being paired with Jack, and so he was like, well, I'm going to make you my first choice, and all of the things, right? So it was a lot of fun, just seeing, a lot of people in action. Lisa is going to be a force to be reckoned with. Her and Amani ended up having the fastest times for the women, so they're definitely going to be comp beasts, and Justine was just right there in third place, but I think she's peeping game, and she's seeing what the competition is, and she already has that exposure being on the challenge and everything else, so I think she has a really good shot at winning, you guys. So at the end of the challenge, basically Maya Jama says that, the conclusion of these challenges are going to have certain benefits, right? So essentially what'll happen is if you win, you get to kind of control your own destiny. You get to also be safe from elimination because, as you know, this is still Love Island. There's going to be different bombshells coming in. There's going to be different responsibilities where some people are going to be, unfortunately, sent home. They're not going to have a chance to win the $100,000, right? So nonetheless, we get to the couples, Lisa has zoomed in on Curtis, you guys. She is all about Curtis. Imani chooses Ray to couple up with. Justine chooses Jack to couple up with, although she said that she has like a crush on Curtis as well and was hoping to couple up with him. But of course, Lisa got to him first. Sally, of course, came in fourth. So she, of course, chooses Toby. And then, of course, we have, Liberty, who chooses Colum. And then we have Miss Jess, who ends up choosing Steph from France. And that was crazy because basically he was like, who was your favorite? Who's your top? Because she was like, you're my top 3. He somehow finessed her into saying that he was her top choice, and then he told her that she was like top 2. Like it was just a disaster. But it was crazy. Also, Colum, he is not well versed in a lot of things, and it was funny. Liberty trying to explain her name, and he's like the Statue of Freedom, and all of these things, and I was like, uh-oh. Right. So, but everything's lighthearted. Justine and Jack, they're trying to have like a little race and it's cute. All of the girls, they're in love with the villa. Everybody internationally is saying that, of course, America has the best villa that they've ever seen. It was so big. It was so much space that the Australia villa is like a third of this. The UK villa doesn't even compare to this in Spain. So it was very nice to see, how much detail and everything else went into this Fiji upgraded villa from season 1. It's like completely different from what was filmed season 1. As you guys recall, remember we had the weird season 2 that was filmed in Vegas because of COVID, and then of course we had season 3 that was filmed also in where was that filmed? Hawaii, I think. I was filmed in Hawaii, but I'm glad that they're in Fiji and they've have a home in Fiji. And then, of course, Soul Ties, like everything was going crazy, right? But what was the climax of the episode? What has everyone talking? What has gone viral, right? And that is the bombshells. And I kept telling myself, please let Johnny be the first bombshell, because that is just going to set everything on fire, right? Because whether you like or dislike Johnny, you cannot deny that anytime he's on reality TV, he's going to give you material. He's going to give you material. He's going to give you drama. He's going to give you energy. He's going to give you things to talk about on the socials, right? So we have this Grease style theme where, you know, Maya Jama's like, hey, there's a couple bombshells coming in and they're going to kiss the two people they are the most attracted to, right? Out of all of the OGs and all of the things. And she's like, except for, you're all going to be blindfolded. And I was like, yes, let's go with the twist. Right off of day one, you know, right off the bat. And so nonetheless, we have like this great intro that comes in for our bombshells for, you know, Johnny and it's just great, right? It is just great. They're like dressed in like black biker outfits. And the producer keeps zooming in on Johnny's shoes for whatever reason. It was hilarious. But nonetheless, the climax, of course, is the first bombshell kisses Column and also is going to kiss Steph. So I think right then and there, that is going to tell us that those girls are going to be Liberty and Jess, that are going to be the most vulnerable and are subjected to potentially being an early boot, depending on what takes place on who the bombshell chooses. And then Johnny, it's time for Johnny, you guys. And Maya Jama, she's like us, she's like a viewer, right? Johnny kisses Imani, and the way he like grabs her like head up and kisses her was like everything. It was passionate, it was all the things. So then I'm thinking to myself, Johnny, please go kiss Sully. Like, just do it for the L's, you know, just do it for the culture, just do it for the people, right? Even if you don't couple up with her, even if you end up with somebody else on the show, just make your moment known, right? So, you know, Johnny comes in, right? Kisses the second woman he's attracted to, right? Goes up to Sully, you guys. Takes her hand and stands her up, you guys, and then has his, you know, puts his hands around her neck and just goes in and gives her like this slow, passionate, hot kiss that felt like it was lasting for eons. And everybody is like, I mean, Maya Jama is beside herself. I am completely shook. I keep rewinding this because I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because they haven't talked in like 3 years, really since the few months that they dated after their season on season 2. So it was just lit, you guys, and that was the end of the show. That was the end of the episode. So everybody is buzzing. Everybody online is freaking out. There was a big premiere party that was in LA that featured a lot of the cast, and some former Islanders from the US shows also showed up, and that was the talk of the town. Everybody was super friendly. Everybody was lit. So we really don't have an idea as far as like who is really together and whatever else, but all we do know is this cast loves each other. And they love flirting with each other. So there is that. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Did you guys watch Love Island Games? Are you going to watch Love Island Games? And please let me know what you think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.